Do you know what anxious attachment is? I'm going to explain it in a way that no one's ever explained it before. I want you to imagine that someone invites you to a dinner party, and the only person that you're going to know there is the host. You tell them, I really want to make new friends, so yeah, I'd love to. What can I bring to the party? They say, don't worry about that. Everything's covered, but if you feel uncomfortable showing up empty-handed, bring an inexpensive bottle of wine or a small dessert. On the day of the party, you go to a really nice bakery and you pick up the most expensive cake that's already made. You're nervous and you want to make a good impression. When you get to the party, everyone's like, wow, that's a beautiful cake. But you didn't have to do all that. We're just happy to have your company. Everyone sits down at the table and the conversation begins. You feel a little nervous answering questions about yourself, so you focus the attention on everyone else. And then you try to find ways that you can relate to them. The conversation takes a turn and becomes a little more serious. People start talking about their worldviews and their beliefs. And even though you find some of these things offensive or you strongly disagree with what they're saying, you want them to like you, so you keep quiet or you agree. Dinner is over and someone brings out a bottle of tequila. Now, you're not a drinker, but you don't want to offend anyone, so you take one anyway. Now everyone's drunk and they're saying, man, we really like you. We should hang out more. And you're thinking, wow, this is great. I made new friends. But as you start to progress in that friendship with this group of people, all the things that you saw throughout that first dinner become amplified. You start realizing that you're not getting what you need out of this new friendship. Now, the scenario that I just described can actually point to a lot of things. Social anxiety for one, or if you're neurodivergent like me, masking is something that we do. But people who have an anxious attachment style tend to approach their romantic relationships in a similar way. Step 1, you see someone that you like and you lead with grand romantic gestures. Step 2, a lot of the energy and attention is focused on the potential partner. Step 3, an unalignment with values, beliefs, and needs is overlooked. Step 4, you cross your own boundaries in order to feel loved and accepted. Step 5, you realize that your emotional needs are not being met. And finally, step 6, you try to change this person in hopes that they will eventually meet those needs. If you've gotten to the point where you've identified this pattern in your romantic relationships, it's so important that you heal this attachment style. Because when you do, you start attracting people who value you and love you for you. I believe that therapy is the best tool, but if you don't have the means, there are books, podcasts, and YouTube channels that can help you learn about this stuff. Whatever you can get your hands on, it does not matter. Just get out there and do the work because you deserve better. And if you ever want to vent about your particular situation, I do really laid back one-on-one sessions where you're free to just express yourself without judgment. And of course, get a little bit of feedback in return.